Fox Sports.
We welcome you to Must Win Sunday. It is also Fan Appreciation Day. The Halos last night surpassing 3 million fans for the 9th consecutive season. Today, it is the finale of the 3-game set between your Angels and the Oakland Athletics. The Halos in the American League wildcard standings, 2.5-game deficit behind the Boston Red Sox, who currently are losing to the New York Yankees in a day-night doubleheader. They'll play later on tonight. So obviously this game and that game, a lot of implications as far as postseason is concerned. Hi, everybody. We welcome you back inside the Big A. Back to Angels baseball here on Fox Sports West. I'm Victor, along with my partner, Gooby, who's kind of recovered from 50 gumballs last night. Are you okay?
Barely.
Yeah, barely. Hey, today we have a pretty good pitching matchup. Joel Pinheiro going up against Rich Harden, but we're going to talk a little bit about last night's performance. The Halos obviously in a must-win situation the rest of the way, and last night they came through in the clutch.
Yeah, but they did everything well last night. They pitched the ball extremely well. They hit some clutch hits. They fielded the ball well. It all started with Jerome Williams and his ability to spot the fastball. Great arm angle he created. Good changeup. Then Torrey Hunter, first inning, gets that basic going the other way. They were pitching him away a lot. Then they try to sneak a fastball in. He hits a 2-run home run. All the little things they needed to do last night to win the ball game, they did. That's what they have to do tonight. They have to get some clutch hitting. They have to field the ball well. They got to run the bases extremely aggressive. Of course, it's going to be setting the tone with Pinheiro on the mound, working down in the strike zone and utilizing his curveball.
Yeah, a lot of that damage done last night was late in the game. Guillermo Moscoso limited the Angels' offense for the first 6 innings, but the Halos got it going. It's Pinheiro and Harden here on Sunday afternoon. Sit back and relax. We've got lineups and first pitch when we return. Hyundai. The critics have spoken, but the cars speak for themselves, like the 2012 Sonata and 2012 Genesis. This is your Southern California Hyundai dealer at MySoCalHyundai.com today. And by CarMax. Now more than ever, the smart choice is CarMax. Overcast skies here at the Big A. Perfect temperatures for baseball. It's supposed to heat up by Tuesday night into the
perfect
mid to upper 80s. Take a look at the lineup for the Oakland Athletics. Joel Pinheiro not messing around. Weeks at second, Crisp at center. Matsui the DH, Josh Willingham at left, David DeJesus at right, Scott Sizemore at third. Brandon Allen at first base, Eric Sogard is at shortstop, and Landon Powell doing the catching. Facing Joel Pinheiro, looking for his 8th win of the season. Coming off a start against the Toronto Blue Jays in which he threw the ball much better than he had all season long. And a lot of it had to do with not just that breaking pitch, establishing that, but a lot of fastballs with movement up in the strike zone away from left-handed batters.
Yeah, he threw some more four-seam fastballs in that game. And again, that allows you to have a better breaking ball because that curveball starts in that same plane like that one.
Weeks lofting this one out towards center field. Borges will make the catch, and there's the first down of the ball game. We'll take a look at the Angels defensively. Wells in left, Borges in center, Hunter is in right field. In the infield, it's Callaspo, Ibar, Kendrick, and Trumbo around from third to first. Jeff Mathis doing the catching.
And you wonder if Oakland will challenge Mark Trumbo at first base. Tweaked that ankle last night, made 3 very good plays over the course of that game. But see if they go ahead and challenge him, see if he's able to move around. Well, he's done a fantastic job at first base for the Angels this year.
Coco Crisp showing bunt, takes a fastball for a strike. Mentioned that last start for Pinheiro against the Toronto Blue Jays. Picked up the win. Gave up 4 runs, all earned on 9 hits and 6 innings of work. The off-speed pitch, a swing and a miss. No balls and 2 strikes. Coco Crisp last night, a 1-for-5 game, hitting .267 on the year. 8 home runs, 52 runs batted in. That fastball high. A 1-ball, 2-strike count. Oakland with the loss last night at 71-87. Another tough season for the Northern California boys. That pitch is inside. 2 balls, 2 strikes.
Tried to run that 2-seam fastball in at the hip of Coco Crisp. It stayed true on the inside part of the plate. Almost hit him.
Pinheiro trying to figure out the Oakland A's. It's been a struggle for him this year. 2-2 foul back. 2 starts ago at the Coliseum. Lasted just 3 innings. Gave up 5 runs on 5 hits. Of course, you got to go back to that July 17 start in which he only went 1/3 of an inning, giving up 8 runs, 7 earned on 4 hits against the A's. Called strike 3 on the inside corner. Coco Crisp does not like the call. And there are 2 outs. Ron Kolpa, the man calling the balls and strikes this afternoon. Jim Wolf over at first base. Daryl Cousins, the crew chief, at second. And Tom Hallion over at third. The men in black this afternoon. 2 quick outs for Pinheiro. Here's Hideki Matsui, the DH. Matsui looks at a strike.
When you look at the way Pinheiro has pitched against Oakland this year, 16 2/3 innings pitched, 8 walks. That's the reason why the ERA is where it is against Oakland this year. He's throwing a lot of strikes early, though.
1 ball, 1 strike on Matsui. Got the start in left field last night. 0 for 3. Hitting .250 on the year. 12 home runs, 71 runs batted in. That's upstairs. 2 balls and 1 strike. Jerome Williams last night picking up his 4th win with 6 1/3. 1 run on 5 hits last night. Matsui lifts this one in the air toward left. Vernon Wells is coming on. 1-2-3 inning for Joel Pinheiro. We hit at the bottom of the first. Ibar, Kendrick, and Abreu to face Rich Harden with no score. Let's take a look at the lineup for Mike Scioscia this afternoon. Eric Ibar leading things off at shortstop. Howie Kendrick is at second. Bobby Abreu at the DH. Torrey Hunter in right field. Mark Trumbull back in the lineup at first base. Alberto Teoscar is in third. Vernon Wells in left. Peter Borges in center. He'll bat eighth. And Jeff Mathis doing the catching. And he will bat ninth. Taking on the 29-year-old native of Victoria, British Columbia.
And Rich Harden, a fastball 87 to 94. Will throw a cut fastball a lot. Slider and a changeup. There's a lot of strikes. Still able to get the punch out when need be with 86 punch outs this season.
Ibar last night, a 1-for-3 game, a .281 average, 10 home runs, 59 runs batted in. Has won a bunt base hit up the third base line. Shows bunt here and drops him back toward the mound, however. Harden fires on to first, and there is out number one. Let's take a look at the A's. Defensively, Willingham, Crisp, and DeJesus from left to right in the outfield. Sizemore, Sogard, Weeks, and Allen from third to first, and Powell behind the plate.
Eric Sogard, who played shortstop last night, has played some second base also for Oakland. Good range, solid arm. Guy that will do some things defensively as far as turning double plays. Also goes back extremely well on pop-ups into the outfield.
Howie Kendrick at the plate. Looks at a fastball upstairs. Howie 0 for 8 in this series. Dropping his average to .287. Career high 18 home runs, 63 runs batted in. As Harden delivers a strike on the outside corner. Here's the 1-1. In tight. 2 balls and a strike. Harden's coming off a loss against the Texas Rangers, which he gave up 6 runs, 5 earned in 3 innings of work. Faced the Angels on the 14th. Took the loss there as Howie drills one out toward right center field. Hit well. Coco Crisp still going back at the wall. Leaps up, can't get it. Ricochets off the wall as Howie rounds second, headed to third, and he is in there with a stand-up triple.
Well, like we mentioned, Rich Harden will give up the long ball. This ball off the wall, high off the wall, as Coco Crisp got back to the wall, thought he was in position to make the play, but in the day here at the Big A, the ball is going to carry a lot better just above his glove. That's a great approach for Howie, going inside out with that fastball, driving that ball to center field. Easily able to cruise in with a triple.
That's Howie's first hit since the 6th inning on Thursday when he had a triple. At that point, his 5th. Now he has 6. Man at third base for Bobby Abreu with 1 out here in the first. Bobby looks at a fastball away. Abreu had a 2-for-4 game last night and picked up an RBI. At .254 on the season. 56 runs batted in. Corner infielders for the A's playing in. Takes that pitch inside. 2 balls and no strikes.
Generally, Bobby Abreu pretty patient, even on a 2-0 count, but if he's getting a fastball here, he's a good opportunity to get this ball hard somewhere.
Upstairs, 3 balls and no strikes. Harden just making his 15th start of the season. Started the year on the disabled list due to a strained right shoulder. That's something that has hampered his career, the stints on the DL. 3-0. Looks at a strike, 3-1. Halo scored in the first inning last night to take an early lead. 3-1 pitch, and Bobby chases the pitch up and out of the strike zone, a full count.
Well, guessing fastball, and Harden with some late movement at 94 up and out of the strike zone. Bobby chases a pitch. Very difficult to catch up to a 94-mile-an-hour fastball at that level.
So a full count on Abreu. Kendrick at third base. Bobby hits one up the middle. There's a base hit, and the Angels are up 1-0.
Bobby all of a sudden starting to hit the ball well. 3 straight hits, 2 last night, his last 2 at-bats, and a base hit here on a fastball that was up. Tried to go right back up the ladder. Bobby quick through his swing here, hits the ball up the middle. 4-seam fastball, up. Got his hands up and threw the baseball up the middle for a base hit. Not easy to get it by Rich Harden, who's a very good fielding pitcher.
So back-to-back hits for the Angels. The triple by Kendrick, the base hit by Bobby. Picks up his 57th RBI. Here's Torii Hunter. Takes that pitch down and away. Harden in that start on September 14th against the Angels at the Coliseum. Took the loss, giving up 3 runs on 7 hits. Threw 88 pitches in his 5 1/3. This being the 3rd time he's faced the Halos this season. 2 balls and no strikes on Torii. Harden's 2nd start of the year came on July the 7th. Or pardon me, July 16th against the Angels. Got a no decision, going 7 innings. He's fallen behind here at Torii Hunter. 2 balls and no strikes. 3 balls and no strikes now with that fastball sailing upstairs.
Literally the way Tori's been swinging the bat lately. 3-0 count. Get the green light.
One thing about Harden, does not waste a whole lot of time on the mound. As Torii got the green light, chased the pitch a little bit up. Pops one up to shallow center field. Segar makes the catch, 2 outs. Let's take a look at our Hyundai key to the game.
This time of year, Victor Foylo better than Ezra. It's certainly the time of the year where all players love to be involved in a pennant race like this. An opportunity. You look up at the scoreboard, you see the Yankees beating the Red Sox. That chance, that feeling you have as a player, both on the mound or in the field or at the plate, an opportunity to get your team to the postseason. No better time of the year than this year.
Yankees up 6-2. That game in the bottom of the 8th at Yankee Stadium. A day-night doubleheader. Tim Wakefield got the start in game 1 for the Red Sox. John Lackey getting the start in game 2 tonight. Mark Trumbo at the plate, swinging first pitch. Swings through the fastball. No balls and 1 strike. Mark had an 0-for-3 game and was pulled from the game last night to a sore ankle. 0-1 pitch. Swing and a miss.
Well, Harden go right after with fastballs. Still, a lot of his swings here strictly with the upper body, not using the lower part of his body. Strong enough to, if he makes contact, the ball can get out of the yard. There's no question. He has 2 home runs in his career against Rich Harden, 2 for 6, but those 2 hits being home runs.
Swing and a miss. 3 straight fastballs. Down goes Trumbo, but the Angels strike first. They get a run on 2 hits. Leave a man on. After 1, it's 1-0 Angels. Ceremonial first pitch, as we've done in every home game this year. That Letterman's jacket kind of bothered you, didn't it?
Yeah, that was like, I don't know. Everyone says I have a weak arm, so I guess I lived up to it. I'm not going to blame the jacket.
Hey, but you were using that Davey Concepcion throw from shortstop, the one hop to the first baseman. It's perfect.
I like that. I also was thinking of just doing my natural crow hop, and then they wouldn't let me. So
that would have been awesome. Hey, you got a terrific round of applause. It's got to make you feel good. Come back here and. The Angels faithful that obviously love watching you play in every moment, whether it was defensively or offensively.
I mean, it was definitely an honor to be able to play here. The fans here from day one embraced me and my family, and being able to step out on the field for them for the 4 years was definitely memorable. Then coming back out here tonight, and the reception I received was amazing.
I'm going to ask you, are you officially retired? Are you?
Well, the good thing about Major League Baseball, you do not have to claim that you're officially retired, but I don't see myself playing again, if that makes sense.
You done?
I made a decision, actually, during last season. I told my wife that this was going to be it. And as soon as the season ended, I actually jumped on a plane, flew home, told my parents. And the way my dad works is like, don't tell anybody. And so... But no, and I thank you for, the offers I got this offseason, were more than I've ever had when I was a free agent. But it was one of those things. My wife gave up her career when we got married, and hers is starting to go back up again. She started this business called Her Universe, got the rights to do sci-fi merchandise for female in the Star Wars. And it's one of those things, it's like my career has got to end. And it was a good time because it was a big year for her business right now. And I've been traveling with her, so it's like, step out of one and put family first second. So.
Nice. Well, you certainly had a tremendous career. Did you ever envision having the type of success you had? And, of course, winning World Series with a couple different clubs, too, and having an unbelievable time in those World Series, too, with those two teams.
You definitely dreamed that was definitely a possibility, but the one big thing is you needed someone to put their name on your back. I was very fortunate for Mr. Stallman, Mr. Sutherland seeing me with Boston and bringing me over here, and then Soch giving me the opportunity to play, and then Alfredo Griffin stepping up, telling Mike Scioscia that I can play shortstop when I basically had never played shortstop in my life. That was something that was very special to me, and it kind of put me in the direction in the career that I had, and I definitely believe that it was a possibility, but everyone wants to say everyone dreams of winning a World Series, but actually being on the field and doing it is mighty special.
Is it was there motivation for you and people knocking you, whether it was at Florida or whatever the case may be, your size is limited, you can't do this, can't do that? Was that added motivation for you as a minor leaguer and then once you got to the big leagues?
It definitely was motivation because the one thing about this game, it allows anybody to play. And so the one thing that I try to do even at a young age, I had a great coach at a young age to learn the actual game, learn how to play the game. And be at the right position at the right time, make the right decisions, know how to work your count, know how to get a runner over, and just doing the right thing at the right time. And what this game allows someone that might not have the physical attribute of someone else to be able to perform.
Go ahead. I'm sorry.
No, and that was something that, you go out there, and I knew I had to prove myself on a daily basis, and I think that leads to motivation and also leads to the love of the game.
Was there someone that you kind of looked up to that? And I don't mean that literally or figuratively. I just looked up to from a icon standpoint. Said I want to be that type of guy.
Well, the funny thing about it was my favorite player was Dale Murphy because we had TBS. The only thing you watched was the Braves, and it was more the fact that he seemed like to me he played the game hard, but also he was such a good character guy. On and off the field, and that was something that I wanted to kind of roll myself out. I wanted to be. As good of a person as I could be. And that kind of took me in the direction of what I want to do. I had great parents also leading me. But then you watch a guy like, Pete Rose who flat out played the game as hard as anybody that plays the game. And that's very important. And then, and then you watch the magicalness of Ozzie Smith, who might not have had, the strongest of arm, but put himself in such great position and became known as the Wizard.
Yeah, I was going to ask you about that. A lot of times when I used to do some post-game stuff for the Angels and watching you play and position yourself, it kind of reminded me of Cal Ripken Jr., always in the right spot. Cal was a guy that not necessarily had the greatest range, but he was in position to make plays. That seemed to be your case. You're always in position, whether you're looking in to see what pitch is going to be thrown or whatever it was, you were always in position to make the play.
Well, that was something that was very important to me, to to make up for the lack of maybe the first step quickness or the lack of arm strength, I had to make sure I studied the game and studied the hitters, study our pitchers, so that when the guys do hit the ball, my goal was to have the ball hit right at me every time they swung the bat, because I want to put myself right in the right position. So that was something that, I give a lot of credit to, Alfredo Griffin, who, spent numerous of hours with me, forming what I became as a shortstop.
Now, we've talked to a number of guys this year that have said, they're done with baseball. They don't really follow it a whole lot. Is that still the case for you? I know, is it difficult for you to say something like that?
Oh, no. I mean, as my wife says, baseball is my passion. Baseball will always be part of my life. And my brother is the hitting coach for the Washington Nationals. I follow it just as much as anybody else. I think I was trying to be that guy during spring training. But as soon as the season started, I bought the MLB package, and I followed basically every game.
David, a pleasure seeing you. Thanks for joining us here, and best of luck in retirement, man.
Appreciate it. Thank you very much.
Great seeing you.
Thanks, man. Good seeing you.
Appreciate it.
Head to the bottom of the second. Angels still up 1-0. Joining us.
What a great guy.
Yep.
Unbelievable.
Callaspo takes a fastball inside. 1 ball, no strikes. Callaspo, Wells, and Forges here in the second. Nice job by Joel Pinier on the top of the inning. A 1-2-3 second inning. Callaspo yanks one into right field, and that's a leadoff base hit. Third hit given up by Harden. And that'll bring up Vernon Wells.
Callaspo now 5 for 15 against Harden. He's a guy who will throw a lot of fastballs, whether it's a 2-seam or a 4-seam or a cut fastball, so it's very quick coming into the plate. And Callaspo with the quick hands hit that ball in the right field.
Vernon hitting .220 on the year, 24 home runs, 65 runs batted in after the 0-for-3 game last night. 0-for-7 in this series against the Athletics. A breaking pitch missing upstairs. Angels scoring in the bottom of the first. After Howie Kendrick had a 1-out triple. Bobby brought him home with a base hit as this one's rolled to short. No double play. Good slide by Callaspo. And even if Weeks had thrown on to first base, would have been close. But Wells reaches on the fielder's choice, 1 away.
Callaspo playing the game the right way to prevent a double play. Sogard, nice job of fielding the ball. Good feed to Weeks, but a hard slide by Callaspo prevents the throw.
1 out, 1 on for Peter Bourjos. Looks at a fastball in tight. Bourjos had an 0 for 2 night. The average of 269. 12 home runs, 39 runs batted in. Was hit by a pitch last night. Wells dives back in there.
Not easy to steal bases against Rich Harden. Quick move to first. Quick to the plate. He's only allowed 3 stolen bases in 8 attempts against him. So he does a tremendous job as far as fielding his position and slowing down the running game.
Fastball right down the middle. 1 ball, 1 strike. That game at Yankee Stadium headed to the 9th. Boston trailing at 6-2. Tim Wakefield got the start. Gave it 5 runs, 3 earned to the Yankees. Who, by the way, were not playing too many regulars. No Curtis Granderson. No Mark Teixeira. No Nick Swisher. They will be playing tonight. 1-1 pitch.
Left-handed bats out of the lineup, although Teixeira and Swisher switch hitters. A lot of times you'll see that from a manager with a knuckleball pitcher because it can mess up your swing. More likely he's back in the lineup against John Lackey in game 2.
Wells over at first base in the 1-2 to Bourjos. Check swing foul off the knob of the bat. Running that fastball up and in. We've had 2 very good crowds here this weekend. 39,217 Friday night, 41,113 last night. With a good one here on Fan Appreciation Day. The 1-2 again. Breaking ball is looped foul over the dugout and into the seats.
Well, if you wonder if Rich Harden will try to throw a 4-seam fastball now on the outside corner. See if Bourjos is quick enough to hit that ball to right field.
Breaking pitch just missed off the plate. Evens the count at 2 balls and 2 strikes. Harden has been with the Athletics, the Cubs, the Rangers, and back to the Athletics. Signing a 1-year deal in the offseason. Fouled straight back. Spent last year with the Rangers. Pitched in 20 games, 18 starts at a 5-5 mark and a 5.58 ERA. Traded to the Cubs back in 2008. Trying to reestablish his career. Great stuff if he can get it back and remain healthy. Just 29 years of age. He'll be 30 going into next season.
You wonder if he's ever going to be able to stay healthy enough to fulfill all those talks about him winning multiple Cy Youngs. He has that type of stuff. There's no question. Does everything well on the mound. His health has been a big issue for him.
Two. Vernon takes off. The pitch is down low. The third down from Powell is a one-hopper off of Sogard's chest. And it's a stolen base for Vernon. And a full count on Peter Bourjos.
Look, it caught everybody by surprise.
Ninth stolen base of the year for Wells.
Good throw, and they got him.
Now landed Powell kind of a 3/4 arm angle on that one. Couldn't get a whole lot on it. Nice job by Sogard, at least getting the body in front, knocking it down and keeping it near the bag and keeping Wells at second. So full count with 1 out, man in scoring position. Jeff Mathis on deck. There's the payoff. Upstairs, he walked a first walk issued by Harden. Puts 2 on with 1 out. Fans Angel Division Series tickets are on sale now. Tickets are only available at angels.com or by calling 800-745-3000. Be sure to sign up for future postseason pre-sales by becoming an angels.com insider. Mathis strolls to the plate here. And the night off last night, got the start Friday night. Ended up going 0 for 2 in that ball game. The average 178. 3 home runs, 22 runs batted in. Fastball down and away. 1 ball, no strikes. Jeff, 2 for 8 in his career against Harden, including a home run. And while Harden has good life on his pitches, it's just off as far as command right now. Mathis pops this one up on the third base side. Infield fly rule is called. 2 outs.
Well, Jeff was upset with himself. That was a pretty good pitch to hit. That was a fastball right down the middle of the plate. Popped it up. Tell by his reaction. Or just pulled off it enough. He got himself out. You could see that upset.
So Eric Ibar strolls up. The Angels up 1-0. Vernon Wells standing in scoring position. Peter Borges at first base. A 1 ball, no strike count. Ibar tried to bunt his way on in the first inning. Bunted it back to Harden. He's 0 for 1. 36 straight games Eric Ibar has reached base. Two balls and no strikes.
He continues to have a tough time throwing first pitch strike. He's faced 10 batters so far in the game, and Harden has only thrown 2 first pitch strikes so far. You have to take advantage of that. You got to jump on a guy with that type of stuff who's having command issues early before he gets locked in.
In tight, 3 balls and no strikes. Eric currently tied with Chili Davis for the second longest streak in club history. Consecutive games reaching base at 36. Orlando Cabrera has the franchise record, 63 games between April 25th of 06 and July 6th. 3-0 pitch. That's right. 3-1.
Already 4 3-ball counts for Rich Harden in this game here in the second inning. So command an issue for him. Generally a guy that's around the strike zone.
Three-1. Ibar fouls it back. Full count. But Derek is just a little too quick. A little out in front of that one. But what it does is it gives the runners a head start with 2 outs. Wells at second and Borges at first. Runners go on to 3-2. Ibar grounds one toward the middle. Weeks to his right, has it. Gets rid of it quickly, and Ibar is retired to end the innings. No runs a hit, and the Angels leave 2 on, 2 complete. It's 1-0 Angels. game, or full game, I should say, with a victory here. Boston Red Sox have now lost to the New York Yankees in Game 1 of their day-night doubleheader. 6-2 the final in that one. Brandon Allen looks at a breaking pitch for a strike.
It's amazing.
Yeah. Half game on the line later. That second game is played. Allen hits one in the air toward left. Vernon in a couple of steps. One away.
Number 36, shortstop Eric Sogard.
Pretty amazing when you look up now. Boston 88-70. The Angels is 2 back. The Rays who are winning 1 back, and they're winning their game in the top of the 9th against the Blue Jays.
The Rays with the victory would go to a half game back in the wild card.
This does have a legit chance of being a 3-way tie.
Boston will head down after the game tonight to Baltimore. Play a 3-game set. The Yankees and the Rays will meet down in St. Pete. Sogard in the hole at no balls and 2 strikes. A couple of off-speed pitches from Pinheiro. Sogard 2 for 4 last night. Couple of hits, hitting .203 on the year with a couple of home runs, 4 runs batted in. Takes that breaking pitch down low. The 1-2 off the plate. 2 balls, 2 strikes. I'm looking at the box score for the Red Sox. It puts a lot of pressure on John Lackey in Game 2. They use Albers for an inning and 2/3, Atchison for an inning and a third, and Miller for an inning as Sogard goes down looking for out number 2. That bullpen for Boston has struggled big time.
Daniel Bard has been really struggling. You mentioned guys out of their bullpen have been having a tough time. So certainly an opportunity for the Angels, and 3 punch-outs so far in this game from Pinheiro, all looking so far.
Red Sox with a 5-18 record in September, which, if I remember correctly, reading this morning, is a worse month of September than the 62 New York Mets.
That's their first year. How many games did they lose that year, the Mets?
Powell looks at a strike, and it's 0-2. Well, it's the worst season ever recorded. Here comes the 0-2 pitch. Powell grounds one to short. Ibar's got the skimmer. With a 1-2-3 inning for Pinheiro. We head to the bottom of the 3rd. Angels still up 1-0. 1-0. Kendrick Abreu and Hunter against Rich Harden here in the third. By the way, the New York Mets 40-20 in 1962, and they had a 6-18 record in the month of September.
That must not have been a whole lot of fun to be on that team that year. 120 losses. But they had baseball.
And they had Casey Stengel.
That alone.
Absolutely.
Perfect.
Howie 1 for 1, had a triple off the wall in right center field. Fouls that fastball back. Count even at 1-1. Harden's allowed 3 hits. He struck out 1, walked 1. The Angels have left 3 guys on base. Howie shooting one to right field. De Jesus giving chase. Gets over there, and he'll make the running catch for the first down. Fans Angels season seat holders making the commitment to renew their 2012 season seats. It entered into a sweepstakes to win an iPad 2. Today's sweepstakes winners are James Eaton, Joseph Christie, and Rory Smith. Congratulations. Thank you for your renewal. To renew your season seats today, log on to angels.com/SSH. Dude, how can you lose a 120 game with marvelous Marv Throneberry in your lineup?
A lot of bad breaks, I think. That's what it came down to.
Richie Ashburn was on that team.
One of my all-time favorite Fighting Phils.
Yeah. Bobby is swinging and missing. The breaking ball evens the count at 1-1. He had a base hit in the first inning and an RBI. His 57th run batted in. Two balls and 1 strike. Foul back. 2-2. You know, we always talk about nicknames and how they've kind of gone by the wayside. That 62 Mets team had 2 pretty good ones. Choo Choo Coleman.
Choo Choo Coleman.
Yeah, Choo Choo. C-H-O-O. Full count. And Vinegar Bend Mizell, pardon me. Vinegar Bend Mizell.
Vinegar.
Yeah, Vinegar Bend. (3-2) and Abreu fouls it off. Pitched in 17 games, did Vinegar. 0-2 and a 7.34 ERA.
Yeah, that's might be the reason why he has that nickname. Good nickname, though.
Yeah. Bobby launches one to right. De Jesus is back. Gone. Big fly for Bobby Abreu. 2-0 Angels.
Boy, all of a sudden, Bobby Abreu, 4 straight hits, including this big fly. Bobby go boom. Little fastball. The 16th home run Rich Harden has allowed this season. 8th home run of the year for Bobby. Now 58 RBI on the season.
284th career home run for Abreu. Back-to-back 2-hit games. And now 58 runs batted in on the year. As Torrey looks at a fastball up and in. It's 1 ball, 1 strike. Hunter popped out to Eric Sogard in shallow center field in the first innings. He's 0 for 1. Breaking pitch, a strike. Delayed call there by Ron Kolpa.
Upstairs, 2 balls, 2 strikes. Torrey hits one well to deep left field. Willingham giving chase. He pulls up. That one's off the wall. Hunter on his way to second. And he is there with a double, his 23rd of the season.
Well, just like Bobby's been hitting the ball well of late, Torrey Hunter, some extra base power once again. This one off the wall. Hit on the line, didn't get enough air to get out of the ballpark. Another fastball. They try to run a fastball in on Torrey Hunter. Turns on it. And bottom line is when he hit that ball to right center field out of the ballpark, all of a sudden they're bringing those pitches back inside, and that's where his majority of his power is, on the inner half of the plate for Torrey Hunter.
Man in scoring position for Mark Trumbo. A lone strikeout victim for Harden today. He's 0 for 1. Torrey with a big lead at second. Trumbo late on the fastball. No balls and 1 strike. Still seeing some odd swings from Mark. Doesn't look like he's able to put a whole lot of pressure on that right side. Powell wants that pitch inside. Trumbo gets locked up, and it's 0-2.
5 straight fastballs against him. See the frustration. Well, hitting's tough enough, but if you don't feel right, it's difficult to catch up to a fastball.
Well, I was just going to say, too, the scouting reports are one thing, but all you got to do is just look at someone standing there and some of the swings that they're taking. It looks like an all upper body swing. This one's fouled back. Tried to get on top of that one.
We're going upstairs.
Better use of that bottom half.
Yeah, it looked like he was better on that one. Sometimes you just got to clear it out of your mind to discomfort if you can.
Another 0-2. He tied him up with a fastball up and in. 2 outs.
Number 6, third baseman, Alberto Callaspo.
So it'll be up to Callaspo to bring Hunter home from scoring position with 2 outs here in the third. The Angels with a run in the first inning, courtesy of an Abreu base hit and an RBI. And a run here in the third inning, courtesy of a Bobby Abreu home run. Solo shot, his 8th of the year. Breaking ball is in there for strike 1. Well, you know, we're talking about the Red Sox and the Angels and Rays. American League wild card. How about the National League wild card now? Callaspo swings and misses. Atlanta lost again today. And St. Louis, who was trailing, has now tied it up. They're tied with the Cubs in the top of the 8th inning. So,
yeah, we were talking about David Eckstein about playing for the Cardinals and that fan base they have in St. Louis. They were going crazy last night. Well, yesterday afternoon, they were down in that game.
This one back toward the middle. Sogard to his left has it. Little off balance throw. Callaspo safe at first. Infield base hit. Kind of surprised that Torrey stopped at third. With 2 outs, usually see it coming down the line, but decided to stay there and set up the situation for Vernon Wells.
Sogard off balance throws, taking away a lot of the zip on the ball going over to first. But Torrey going down the line, you think he may have a chance, force that issue. Especially when you see the first baseman stretching like that.
Yeah.
It's going to be an extremely difficult throw.
Dino Abel stopping him there. So first and third for Vernon. Infield base hit for Callaspo gives Alberto 2 hits on the night or afternoon. There's a strike and it's 0-1. So Cardinals win. They're 1 back with 3 to play.
Beauty of the wild card.
Yep.
He may add another wild card in 2 years.
Yep. There's the 0-1. Vernon hits one in the air to left. Willingham coming on. Sogard going out. It's Willingham making the catch. The inning comes to an end, but the Angels do double up on the Athletics. Bobby Abreu with his 8th home run of the season. We played 3, and it's 2-0 Angels. The Major League Baseball record with 1,406 steals, which for other players have 800 or more. Halos up 2-0 here in the top of the 4th inning. Top of the order, Weeks, Crisp, and Matsui to face Pinheiro, has 3 strikeouts, no walks. Cayaspo playing in at third base, as is Trumbo at first. First pitch is a strike. Weeks hit a fly ball to center field to start this ball game off, so he's 0 for 1. Three home runs on the season. Or 2 home runs on the season, pardon, for Jamal Weeks. Both in the last couple of days. One against Texas, one against the Angels. 1-1 pitch is pulled foul. And it's 1-2.
Pinheiro has been very effective with his changeup in this game so far.
A lot of them.
More than I've seen him throw in a game over a course of a 6 or 7 inning stint. Sony here in top of the 4th inning. Been very effective working down. It's a good combination when you have a sinker and a changeup.
One-two pitch, swing and a miss on the breaking pitch. Mathis will apply the tag. Weeks saying that he foul tipped it, but Ron Copa not buying it. 1 out.
He missed that by a lot. Good breaking ball. Well, you can tell when a curveball is a real good one with good bite. It's the rotation of the seams, and that was a very solid, tight curveball from Pinheiro.
Crisp takes a breaking pitch for a strike. The Rays did finish off the Toronto Blue Jays, so they stand a half game back of the Red Sox. One ball, one strike on Coco Crisp, who struck out looking in the first. Halos victory would put them at a game and a half. This one pulled over to first. Trumbo's got it. Waves off Pinheiro. 2 outs.
Number 55, designated hitter Hideki Matsui.
So 2 outs and nobody on for Hideki Matsui, the DH. Pinheiro's thrown 46 pitches, 32 have been strikes. 4 punch outs. Now went down in the dirt for ball 1. Hideki had a fly ball to Vernon Wells to end the first inning, so he's 0 for 1. This one out toward left again. Wells breaks in now to his right. And makes the catch. Another 1-2-3 inning for Joel Pinheiro. We hit to the bottom of the fourth with the Halos up 2-0. By your Southern California Ford dealers. Visit us today and trade up to Ford. And by Jack in the Box. For a limited time, Jack's really big chicken sandwich combo is back for only $3.99 plus tax at participating restaurants. Angels with a 2-0 lead here in the bottom of the fourth inning. Will have 8, 9, and 1 due up against Rich Harden, Peter Bourjos, Jeff Mathis, and Eric Ibar. Harden's given up 6 hits. He struck out 2, walked 1. Bourjos reached with that base on balls in the second, was stranded on base. 9 pitch at bat, or plate appearance, I should say, for Bourjos in that second inning. The first pitch, a breaking ball. It's 0-1. That was the 64th pitch thrown by Harden. 40 have been strikes. One around of the breaking pitch. It's 0-2.
Oh, Bourjos, a lot of sliders. Last at bat, 3 or 4 of them during the course of that at bat before he did work the walk. And go upstairs with the fastball.
Upstairs. The 1-2 pitch. Fastball got him looking. Down goes Bourjos for the first out. Powell had to kind of reach across because he was set up more down the middle. Caught the outside corner, 1 away.
Yeah, he's setting up in and he reaches back to look like it did catch the plate, and it did on the outside part of it. A lot of times, though, you don't get that call if you see a catcher reaching back. You know it is in the strike zone. Doesn't get called too often.
Ron Kolpa has shown today that he's willing to call the strikes. Big zone as Mathis shows bunt, takes the curveball for a strike. It's 0-1. Jeff popped down with a couple of men on in the second inning. 0 for 1. Swings and hits one in the air to the left. Willingham is there. 2 outs. Let's go back to our AT&T trivia question. Which 4 other players other than Rickey Henderson have 800 or more stolen bases in their career? Lou Brock at 938, Billy Hamilton at 912, Ty Cobb and Tim Raines.
Tim Raines still not in the Hall of Fame, huh?
Nope.
Why is that?
I don't know, the same reason it took 15 years for Burt Blyman to get in, I guess. Ibar takes the breaking pitch, or swings the breaking pitch, down and in. It's 0-1. Lou Brock was a pretty good player.
Yeah.
Ibar trying to bunt away on. 1 around. It's 0-2.
Always enjoy my conversations with this, the pleasant man. One of the baseball all-time greats.
A ball and 2 strikes on Ibar. Pretty good trade, too, by the Cubs. Moving Lou Brock to the St. Louis Cardinals.
Yeah, that worked out pretty good.
That'd have to be one of their worst trades ever.
Yeah, possibly.
Two. Ibar fouls it back. There has grounded out twice. Once trying to bunt his way on in the first inning. The other ground ball up the middle that Weeks got to that ended the second inning. The 2-2 pitch. This one's yanked foul. Count remains at 2 balls, 2 strikes.
So if the Cardinals hold on to this lead now, they lead in the bottom of the 8th inning in that wild card race with Atlanta. Just one back.
One back in the wild card. Atlanta, just like the Red Sox, have struggled this month. Full count with Howie Kendrick on deck.
Atlanta is struggling to find any starting pitching at all.
Yep. Their offense, too, has been non-existent. This one grounded over to second base. Weeks has it. Richard has himself a 1-2-3-4. 4 complete. The Angels up 2-0. Fans, Wednesday is Kids Free Ticket Day at the Big A. Kids 12 and under receive a free ticket to the Angels game with full price paid adult admission. This offer is only available at the Angel Stadium ticket windows. Limit of 5 free kids tickets for every full price paid adult ticket. That's 505 start against the Texas Rangers. Willingham looks at a strike.
You going to take a bit of the game that day?
Yeah. You get in free.
Yeah. Perfect.
How's your jaw feeling today from the gumballs last night?
I had a pretty good headache working last night.
Willingham was swinging a miss on the breaking ball, and it's no balls, 2 strikes.
And we'll be sending you the bill once I go to the dentist next week. Yeah, so there's no question. But they were good.
Sinker down and in, fouled off the body of Willingham. It trickles back. Willingham, DeJesus, and Sizemore here in the 5th.
Pinero's faced 13 batters in the game, 10 first pitch strikes for him.
Here's the 0-2. Roll the foul. Willingham struck out looking at a second. 1 of 4 punch outs for Piñeiro. Another 0-2. This one hit in the air toward left field. Vernon giving chase, coming on. He'll make the running catch. There's out number 1. A lot of top spin on that baseball and toward the line. So Wells had to turn off the afterburners. Makes the catch.
Caught 4 fly balls already in the game. They go a long way. That was a breaking pitch away that got a little bit too much of the plate. And Willingham able to have that top hand swing on it, but Vernon ran it down.
David DeJesus, the batter. He grounded out to Howie Kendrick his first time up. Looks at a breaking pitch for a strike. Oh, 1 pitch. This one's pulled foul down the right field line. No balls, 2 strikes. Nice play right there.
That's why you bring your glove.
Especially down there. We're not going to make it down to the sweet seats this year, are we? Let's go down there tomorrow.
What, during batting practice?
No. Do the game from down there.
Oh yeah. No, that'd be great.
This one back toward the middle, off the body, and it's going to go for an infield base hit. First base runner of the game allowed by Piñeiro. Nice effort on his part.
Right back up the middle. Was able to make contact with the foot.
Question is, did it prevent Ibar from possibly?
Ibar was in position. Again, that's what you do as a pitcher. You look back at your middle infielders and determine where they're going to be. That's why you see sometimes pitcher will either kick at the baseball or even use and try to reach with their bare hand. You got to let that go if you know somebody's going to be behind you to make that play.
Bouncer right back toward the middle. Kendrick has it. It's a double play. This time Piñeiro deciding not to go after the baseball, and the inning is over. We hit to the bottom of the 5th inning. The Angels leading it 2-0. Howie Kendrick to lead things off. 2, 3, and 4 for the Angels. Kendrick, Abreu, and Hunter against Rich Harden. Halos with a run in the first inning on an Abreu base hit and RBI after Kendrick had tripled, and Bobby with a home run in the 3rd inning. Howie 1 for 2 with a triple and a fly ball to right. Swing and a miss on the first pitch breaking ball. The ball's at a strike. Harden, 3 strikeouts, 1 walk. 6 hits allowed. At his first 1-2-3 inning in the 4th. One ball, 1 strike. Cardinals ended up winning that game, so they are 1 back of the Braves in the wild card. Braves go home to take on the Phillies. Cardinals go to Houston to take on the Astros. This one shot down the right field line, giving chases DeJesus. Still going back, reaches up, makes the catch, and bangs into the wall.
Well, he went in hard into the wall there in the slide, right by the cement.
What a play by David DeJesus for the first out, robbing Howie Kendrick of extra bases.
Hard with his ankle. Well, he went a long way, reaching out and sliding into the wall. Boy, DeJesus is a very good outfielder. He's made a couple really good plays on Howie in the game so far. There is absolutely no give. Just ask Torrey Hunter about that early in the year when he went flying into the stands after he hit his hip on the wall.
Terrific play by DeJesus. Second time he's robbed Howie Kendrick. Howie taking aim at that right field corner. DeJesus appears to be all right. Going to stay in the game. 1 out here in the 5th for Bobby Abreu.
Boy, Howie's hit 3 baseballs right on the nose. Only has 1 hit to show for it. The triple, scored a run in the first. Driven in by this man right here, Bobby Abreu, who has both RBIs so far in the game.
Fastball missing down low. 2 for 2 game for Abreu. One ball, 1 strike. Halos back at it tomorrow night. Texas Rangers rolling to town for the final 3 regular season games. 2-1 now. Dan Haren scheduled to get to start. It stands right now. Haren, Santana, Weaver penciled in for those 3 games. Strike on the inside corner. Bray doesn't like the call. 2-2. C.J. Wilson gets a start tomorrow night. Colby Lewis Tuesday. Matt Harrison on Wednesday. Breaking pitch, got him looking. 2 outs. Six in a row retired by Harden since giving up the base hit to Callaspo in the 3rd inning, and that was an infield hit. 4th strikeout of the game. You wonder how long Ron Washington goes with his starters tomorrow, having already clinched a playoff spot, but still vying for the 2nd best record in the American League with the Detroit Tigers.
They certainly haven't slowed down as far as swinging the bat.
No. Two balls and no strikes on Torrey. Texas going into today 92-66. Have a game lead on the Tigers, who are 91-67. Texas winning this afternoon in Arlington. The Tigers having already won. So Texas would maintain a 1-game lead. Torrey looked like he went around. He did. 2 balls, 2 strikes. Hunter's 1 for 2. A pop-up and a double. The double came in the 3rd inning. His 23rd of the year. Eventually stranded at 3rd base. Lifts this in the air down the right field line. Long run for DeJesus. Doesn't have to worry about the wall this time. Makes the catch at foul territory, and it's another 1-2-3 inning for Hart. 5 complete, and the Angels still lead it 2-0.
Inning. Now it's time for the Coors Light freeze cam. Howie thinking he has a chance at another double here in the ball game. But David DeJesus, great read. Very athletic play coming into that baseball and sliding hard into the wall, making his second great catch against Howie today. That was our Coors Light freeze cam, brought to you by Frost Brew Coors Light.
Brandon Allen to lead things off here in the 6th inning for Oakland. Swinging first pitch, fouls one off the left as the sun is trying to break through the clouds here. Played under overcast skies for the first 5 innings. Allen, Sogard, and Powell here in the 6th for the Athletics. Didn't miss by much. 1 ball, 1 strike. Allen 0 for 1. Hit a fly ball to left field in the 3rd inning. 4 strikeouts, 1 hit allowed by Piñeiro. Breaking pitch, rolls over this one toward first. Trumbo's got it, takes it himself. 1 away. The Ford CIF Southern Section Game of the Week on Fox Sports West. 2 Southland powerhouses battle it out as the Santa Margarita Eagles take on the Los Alamitos Griffins. Chalk one up for the home team Thursday at 7:30 on Fox Sports West.
Well, I'm going to let you pick this week.
Well,
I didn't do real well last week.
What happened last week?
Well, I mean, my daughter went to Alamany, and they beat Shabada, where my son goes to.
Who did you pick in that game?
I was afraid to make a pick. But I did pick Chaminade.
You did take Chaminade, and you are now 1-2.
1-2
on the season.
Thanks for pointing that out.
And I will be more than happy to make the selection this week.
All right.
Got to go with the Eagles. Santa Margarita grounded towards short. Ibar has got the skimmer going to his left. 2 outs.
All right. I'll remember that one. You got to go with the Eagles.
I don't have a choice. It's in my backyard, man.
Yes, it is.
2 up and 2 down for Piñeiro here in the 6th inning. Here's Landon Powell, the catcher. The switch hitting catcher takes outside. Powell, ground out. Eric Ibar in the 3rd inning. 0 for 1. Former first-round pick, 2004. Cues this one off the end of the bat, foul. Count David at 1-1. I guess you could say that Landon Powell at the time was a quote-unquote Moneyball type selection by the Oakland A's.
Patient hitter, sees a lot of pitches.
Two balls and a strike.
Looked like a pretty good two-seam fastball. May have just went around the plate, but pretty close.
Two one pitch. Powell pulls it up the line, foul on the first base side. It's 2 balls, 2 strikes. Piñeiro giving up his first hit with 1 out in the 5th inning. It's the longest stretch in his career for Piñeiro, remaining perfect with 4 1/3. Before today, the longest into a game Piñeiro was perfect was through 2 2/3. Pardon me, 3 2/3 innings against the Rays last year, September 18th. Breaking pitch, grounded toward the middle, off Piñeiro. He still might be able to get him, and they do. A 1-6-3 goes the putout. A 1-2-3 inning. At the bottom of the 6th, Angels still leading it. Gardens Casino. Get your game on. By El Pollo Loco. Now, for only $5, get one of 5 tasty combos. They are the combos other combos wish they could be. Catch them before they are gone. And by Time Warner Cable. Bottom of the 6th inning, the Angels up by the score of 2-0. They will send up Trumbo, Callaspo, and Wells against Rich Harden, who's retired the last 7 consecutive batters. A nice play by Eric Ibar, too, to stay with that chopper up the middle that went off of Piñeiro. Fortunately, the Angels had landed Powell going down the line. It does not run that well.
That was a great play. I mean, that's why Eric Ibar, it's got to be in consideration for the Gold Glove and that arm strength he has.
Piñeiro's reaction's priceless. He thought that was it. Infield base hit.
And not only be able to field that ball, see what you're supposed to do is an infielder, you press the ball into the ground to be able to get the grip and then be able to come up and make the throw, and strong and off balance to first base to be able to make that play.
That's up and in. 2 balls and a strike on Trumbo tonight, or today I should say. 0 for 2 with a couple of strikeouts. A 2-1 pitch. Chases the pitch nowhere near the strike zone. A little over anxious there on that fastball. It's 2 balls, 2 strikes. Swing and a miss. 1 out. 0 for 3 game for Trumbo with 3 punch outs. That'll bring up Callaspo. Let's look up the scoreboard. The Rockies are leading the Houston Astros 19-1 in the 9th.
Generally, this time of the year, teams have a few extra pitchers. How many pitchers have been used in that game for Houston? Some teams we've seen with 12 and 13-man bullpens.
Just 5.
Just 5?
Yeah. Breaking ball for strike 1. The Rockies with 24 hits. They've scored in every inning except the first. This one bounced over to first base. Allen has it, bobbles it for a second, and now touches the base. Crowd number 2.
Number 10, left fielder Vernon Wells.
Looked up and originally thought it was in his glove, but still had time to be able to get back and reach back and touch the base.
So 2 outs and nobody on for Vernon. 0 for 2 today, reaching out a fielder's choice and a fly ball to left. Kevin Millwood, by the way, got the start in that one. 7 innings, and he hit a home run.
Always take your chances on the mound if you can get 19 runs of support, don't you think?
Yeah, why not? It was his second of the year. I think the Red Sox could have used Kevin Millwood this year.
No, especially not now.
Vernon launches one out to left. Willingham is back, pulls up, gone into the bullpen. A big fly for Vernon Wells. 3-0 Angels.
Boy, Vernon, 25th home run of the season. Second home run Rich Harden has allowed today. A fastball, hard of the plate. We're talking about connecting on it well, and that's what Vernon was able to do. Also his 3rd career home run against Rich Harden.
Borges swinging through the slider. 0-1 the count. Borges 0 for 1 with a walk and a strikeout.
I think Vernon must have heard you talking about Kevin Millwood hitting home runs. So he said, you know what, let's get on. Let's get the real athlete, so-called real athlete, the position player.
So-called?
Yes. I brought Joe Rudy back. I mentioned Ken Holtzman hitting a home run in the World Series.
Has there been anybody else? How many World Series games have been played in Major League Baseball history? You're hanging your hat on that one swing of the bat.
Yes. And why would I not?
Yeah, it's true. It's kind of how you roll. 0-2 count on Borges.
The DH, that's what it was. All those years DH in the World Series. Every other year for a while. Now it switches to the home field of the National League team, who have home field advantage in the World Series this year because of the All-Star game.
Because, of course, it counts at All-Star game. The 1-2 pitch. Breaking ball again. 2 balls, 2 strikes. Mathis on deck. 2 outs here in the 6th inning. Rich Harden now at 105 pitches. Oakland starts to get action going in their bullpen. 2-2. Chopper off the plate. Harden's waiting for it. Not getting fouled. It's an infield base hit.
Yeah, Harden's a good fielding pitcher, but once that ball hits the plate and goes that high, there's no chance with Peter Borges running down the line. It's another infield hit.
34th infield base hit for Peter Borges. Going to the game, 4th in the American League in that category.
Great speed. Looks like a line drive in the box score.
1 for 2 game. Here's Jeff Mathis. 0 for 2. A pop up third and a fly ball to left. Left-hander Jerry Blevins is up. Halos today with 8 hits against Hardin. Mathis looks at a fastball high. Oakland with 1 hit. In the 7th, they'll have the top of their order coming up. Weeks, Crisp, and Matsui. Mathis loops one out toward left field. Willingham coming on. He'll make the basket catch. And the inning comes to an end. Vernon Wells gives the Angels a little insurance with his 25th home run of the season. 6 complete. The Angels up 3-0. First baseman Mark Trumbo is out of the game. Efren Navarro replaces him. Mark ends the game going 0 for 3 with 3 punch-outs. Efren got in the game as a defensive replacement last night in the 7th. Pinheiro, 4 strikeouts, no walks, 1 hit, facing Jamal Weeks to start this 7th inning. The first pitch is a strike on the inside corner. Weeks doesn't like the call. He's 0 for 2 today with a fly ball to center field and a strikeout. Pinheiro got him with a breaking pitch. The 0-1 pitch. Ball back toward the middle. Pinheiro snags it. There's out number 1. Fans join the Angels in Tempe, Arizona next spring with the 2012 Angels official spring training package. You'll get the best game tickets, hotel accommodations, great merchandise, and exclusive barbecue with appearances by members of the Angels coaching staff and spring training rosters, plus Mark Gubicza. Call 1-800-8-WARM-UP to reserve your package today. Somehow they added you to the read.
Yeah, well, I'm sure they did.
Give you a chance to experience spring training. 0-1 count on Coco Crisp.
Spring training is a lot of fun.
Best time of year.
As a player, that was the best time of the year. You interacted with the fans down there. You got your work in. Of course, you were done early enough to get your round of golf in after if you were a pitcher, which was perfect.
Sure. Because the athletic ones need more time to.
Yeah, you just have to broaden your horizons. Oh, no question.
Yeah. Makes sense.
You represent your team down there in spring training.
Fouled off to the left, and it's no balls at 2 strikes, especially when the teams are on the golf course, too.
Yes.
Kind of like, the Braves pitching staff.
Yeah, that was
the Royals pitching staff.
That was a lot of fun.
On the golf course.
Yeah. Yeah, those guys never played either. The guys on the Braves like Smalls, Glavine, Maddox. Yeah, they were 18 handicap golfers.
Yeah. 0-2. Ground ball toward the middle. And that's a base hit. Coco Crisp on an 0-2 count delivers a 1-out base hit. Brings up Hideki Matsui. So you were a golf guy back then, huh?
Yes.
Somehow I pictured you as a tennis guy, Rod Laver type.
Like tennis.
Yeah. No bocce ball?
No, I mean, with the serve alone, my arm was already barking as it was. I didn't want to have to have serves in there, too, to really work into my rotator cuff.
Matsui takes that pitch down low. Hideki's 0 for 2, twice hitting the fly ball out to Vernon Wells in left. Over at first base, as Matsui takes upstairs, it's 2 balls and no strikes. Hisanori Takahashi and Bobby Caswell both loosening now. Pinheiro at 74 pitches, 53 have been strikes. Coco Crisp being the second base runner of the game. The first was David DeJesus on an infield base hit. 3-0.
All of a sudden, Pinheiro trying to guide the pitch through. I guess his second 3-ball count of the ball game. And get that 0-2 pitch up to Coco Crisp, who hit it into the outfield for a base hit. A lot of 0-2 counts for Pinheiro during this game.
3-1.
This is when you hope he trusts the sink on the fastball, go to the outer half of the plate and hope that Matsui's aggressive, rolls over, hits a ground ball in the infield.
Matsui lines one to center field. Borges will play it on a hop. So back-to-back hits here in the 7th inning. And with 2 on, that'll bring up the potential tying run in Josh Willingham. Mike Scioscia's coming out. That's going to be it for Joel Pinheiro, done after 77 pitches. Bobby Casabal will be called upon to get out of this threat. Pinheiro, terrific job for him. One of his best starts of the season. 4 strikeouts, 3 hits allowed, no walks, and he'll depart with the Angels leading it by the score 3-0.
Pinheiro, excellent effort today. Worked down in the strike zone, utilized his changeup, his 2-seam fastball, running in on lefties. 4 punch outs during the game. The first 3 looking A lot of ground ball outs, change speeds exceptionally well during the course of 6 and the third innings of solid baseball. There's 3 hits allowed with no walks.
The sinker baller, Bobby Kazava, comes on with 1 out and 2 on here in the 7th inning to face Josh Willingham. Bobby pitching in his 29th game, a 1-1 mark, a 2.68 ERA. He's got Coco Crisp at second, Matsui at first. Willingham today, a strikeout and a fly ball to left since 0 for 2. Swing and a miss, first pitch breaking ball. And it's 0-1. Oh, 1 pitch. Going back to the breaking pitch, missing outside, 1-1. It's the first time in the game in which the A's have had multiple base runners on in any one inning. As a matter of fact, even though there was an infield base hit in the 5th inning, Pinheiro at the start of this inning had faced the minimum because of a double play ball. As Caswell misses outside, 2 balls and a strike. After Weeks grounded out, Crisp a base hit on an 0-2 count, and then Matsui ahead of the count at 3 balls and a strike, singled into center field. Glance back to Crisp. Here's the 2-1 pitch. 3 balls and a strike. Michael Taylor looks like he'll be pinch hitting for David DeJesus. DeJesus banging his leg into the fence in the right field corner back in the 5th inning on that fly ball by Howie Kendrick. Three balls and a strike with 1 out and 2 on. Here's the pitch. Ground ball foul up to third base side. Full count.
The baseball had some serious run to it. Caswell with a good moving fastball. Certainly a guy that can get you a ground ball.
Here's the 3-2. Broken bat pop up on the infield. Infield fly rule is called. 2 outs. Boy, great pitch by Bobby Kazava on Josh Willingham.
Boy, he has tremendous movement on the baseball. As a hitter, you recognize, I think you have a chance of squaring up this baseball. Then it runs back right on your hands and jams him. Pops it up in the infield. 2-seam action. Boy, the shadows are right at the handle.
Mike Butcher out to talk things over. Scouting report on Michael Taylor, playing in his 9th game this year in the big leagues with Oakland. A .238 average. He's 5 for 21. 1 home run, 1 RBI. At Sacramento this year, hit .272, 16 home runs, 64 runs batted in. That's in a short season. He started the year on the disabled list.
You look up 7 strikeouts and 21 at bats. It tells you that he may chase some pitches out of the strike zone.
First pitch outside. 1 ball, no strikes. Taylor acquired prior to last year from the Toronto Blue Jays in exchange for Brett Wallace. Two balls and no strikes. Originally the Phillies organization. One of the highly touted prospects, outfield prospects, that went from the Phillies to Toronto in that Roy Halladay trade. Ahead of the count at 2-0. 2 outs here in the 7th and 2 on for Oakland. The Angels up 3-0. Taylor bounces it foul. 2 balls and 1 strike. Pinheiro 6 1/3 today. 4 strikeouts, no walks, 3 hits. Responsible for the 2 guys on base. Time is called. Coco Crisp jockeying around at second base, if anything, doing more of a disservice to Michael Taylor than anything else.
Exactly. You can see Taylor was distracted by that.
Crisp takes off. Taylor a swing and a miss. A meaningless stolen base for Coco Crisp. And 2 balls, 2 strikes. But Matsui wasn't going to follow suit. He's the trail runner at first base.
And it kind of messes with a hitter's mindset, too. You take the pitch, it ends up being a fastball. You take the even the count now.
They may not have even given him a stolen base. So first and third, the 2-2 pitch. Breaking ball. He's down and away at full count, so Matsui will be off with a pitch. They did credit Crisp with a stolen base, his 46th of the year. Here's the 3-2. Ground ball to short. Ibar has it. Fires on to first. Inning comes to an end. No runs, 2 hits. The A's leave 2 on. 7th inning stretch time here at the Big A. 3-0 Angels.
Ford dealers. Gene Autry, the singing cowboy, left his legacy in music, TV, film, and of course, baseball. The Angels owner for over 30 years passed away in 1998, but his memory remained 4 years later.
2002. I saw signs saying, win one for the Cowboy, win this for the Cowboy. It was all over, and you could feel it, his presence. It just got chills.
Bottom of the 7th. Here's the singing Cowboy. He'd be happy right now with a 3-0 lead, picking up a full game in the American League wild card. With Boston losing game 1 of their doubleheader, the Halos would find themselves a game and a half back as Brian Fuentes comes into the game for Oakland here in the 7th. The Angels will have 1, 2, and 3 coming up. Ibar, Kendrick, and Bobby Abreu.
As you can see right there, the Oakland had an opportunity to get right back in the ball game, so that's when you want to add on. Fuentes had a deception, big part of his game. 88-90 on the fastball, slider, changeup.
Rich Harden today went 6 innings, 5 strikeouts, 1 walk, 3 runs, all earned. 8 hits allowed, including 2 home runs. Bobby Abreu got him in the 3rd inning, a solo shot. Vernon Wells got him in the 6th, also a solo shot. Ibar will spin around to hit from the right side for the first time today. 0 for 3. Tried to bunt his way onto the first. And he's twice grounded to Jamal Weeks, the second baseman. First pitch from Fuentes is down low. 1 ball, no strikes. The former Angel signing a multi-year deal with the Athletics in the offseason. Pitching in his 67th game. 2-8 record, a 3.77 ERA. He has picked up 12 saves. Ibar fouls it back. It's 0-1. Brian with 57 in the 3rd innings, 52 hits allowed, 41 strikeouts, and 20 walks. Seeing action for the first time in this series. The 1-1 pitch. Ibar showing bunt, takes the off-speed pitch outside. 2 balls and 1 strike. Well, nice job by Bobby Kazavok getting the 2 outs to finish off the top of the inning, leaving 2 base runners on board. 3-1.
Boy, he has unbelievable movement on the fastball, and his breaking pitch was very solid also.
Ibar hooks one down the left field line, but foul. Full count. Howie Kendrick on deck. Bobby Abreu after him. The 3-2. Ibar swing and a miss. 1 away. Fans visit the official online shop of the Halos at Angels.com. Browse the largest online selection of authentic team gear, including official caps, t-shirts, jerseys, collectibles, and more. Get your team gear straight from the source. Where at, Gooby?
Angels.com.
Fuentes delivers a strike. Howie loops it foul, and out of play on the first base side. No balls and 2 strikes. Howie, a 1 for 3 game. Had a triple off the right center field wall in the first inning. He came around to score the first run. He's twice hit a couple of fly balls down the right field line. The last one was that sliding catch by David DeJesus back in the 5th. Oh, 2 pitch outside with the off speed. 1 ball, 2 strikes.
He likes to throw this curveball or changeup just off the outside corner against right-handed batters.
Ground ball to third. Sizemore's got it. 2 outs.
And now it's time for a Coors Light cold hard blast. Bobby Abreu in the 3rd inning against Rich Hardy, gets a fastball down, drives it out of the ballpark to right center field for Bobby Abreu for his 8th home run of the season.
Are you sure that's just Diet Coke?
No, I just had to do my Harry Callis for him.
White shoes and all. It's a good look, by the way, the white shoes you're wearing today. With the white belt.
For Harry again.
Harry was one of the best.
Yes,
man.
he was.
Ground ball to second. Jamal Weeks has it. Brian Fuentes with a 1-2-3 7th. 7 complete here at the Big A. It is 3-0 Angels.
Game. The tone was set early on by Joel Pinheiro. 6 in the 3rd. Very solid innings. His 3 hits allowed 0 runs. Home runs by Halos. Bobby Abreu is 8th. Vernon Wells is 25th. And of course, checking out this scoreboard, see the Red Sox lose again. The Angels is 2 back in the wild card with an opportunity to get that close. When you consider where it was just a few days ago, outstanding.
Kazimov back out on the mound, delivers a ball on Scott Sizemore. It'll be Sizemore, Allen, and Sogard. Sizemore 0 for 2. Ground ball to third and a double play ball in the 5th. Scott Downs loosening. Here's the 1-2. Jam shot, flare to right field. That's going to fall in front of Torrey, so the leadoff man is on board. Base hit. So that's going to be it for Bobby Kazimov. Brandon Allen due up. And Eric Sogard, a couple of back-to-back lefties. Scott Downs will be called upon here. A pitching change. We're in the 8th with 1 on and nobody out. The Angels up 3-0.
MazdaSeries.com to enter and get more information. Multiple winners will be drawn every day. And by your local Mazda dealers.
Pitching change here in the 8th. Scott Downs comes on in place of Bobby Cazaval with a 3-0 Angels lead. The man on at first base. Brandon Allen due up. Pitching in his 60th game this year. 6-3 mark and a 1.19 ERA. Allen being pinch hit for here. Chris Carter is the pinch hitter. Allen ends game going 0 for 2 with a fly ball to left and a ground ball to first. Carter in 12 games with the A's this year, 111 average. First pinch hit opportunity for him. Looks at a fastball for a strike. Jay Miller has come out to the on-deck circle. He would be pinch hitting for Eric Sogard.
Wayne Carter with 18 strikeouts and 36 official at-bats.
Oh, 1 pitch. Swing and a miss. 0-2.
Opportunity to expand the strike zone now for Scott Downs.
Second stint with the A's for Chris Carter this year. Being recalled on the 17th. Fastball just missed off the plate. 1-2. Not by much either.
Well, you almost have to go to the exact same spot. It's very difficult for a young hitter not to swing at that pitch.
This one lifted in the air toward left. Vernon Wells going in. Makes the catch. Out number 1.
Your attention, please, for Rosewood batting for Eric Sogard. Number 58, Jay Miller.
So Jay Miller will pinch hit here for Sogard with 1 out, 1 on. Fifth game for Jay Miller as he fouls the first pitch off. It's no balls to the strike. Hitting just 167. 1 for 1 as a pinch hitter. Miller with terrific speed. We saw him at the Coliseum playing some center field. Called up on September the 11th. 0-1. Lays off. 1 ball, 1 strike.
Good idea to go right down that same spot when you see a young hitter swinging at the pitch like that. The first one, you might as well try it again.
One. Swing and a miss. It's 1-2. Count even now, 2 balls, 2 strikes. Sizemore with a leadoff base hit, standing at first base. The responsibility of Bobby Cazaval. Two. Miller lines one to center field, a base hit. Got a pitch right down the middle. So 2 on and 1 out. Looks like Kurt Suzuki's coming out. He's going to pinch hit for Landon Powell. So 3 straight pinch hitters for Bob Melvin here in the 8th. Powell ends the game going 0 for 2. Suzuki getting most of the day off today. Probably much needed rest too, especially after fouling off the pitch the inside part of his left knee last night. Clearly bothered him the rest of the night. He'll come on with 2 men on in a 3-0 game here. Scott Downs trying to get the last 2 outs. Bring the Angels up to bat in the bottom of the 8th. The Halos have Hunter Navarro and Callaspo. Trumbo out of the game as he was taken out as a defensive replacement for Efren Navarro. One ball, no strikes.
Suzuki's definitely one of those guys that can roll into a double play. He's hitting the 14 double plays this year. You would assume that knee is still a little bit sore after fouling it off of last night.
Downs went an inning last night, gave up a hit. Suzuki looks at the pitch outside. It's Scott falling behind again. It's 2 balls and no strikes. Three balls and no strikes. Leadoff man Jamal Weeks on deck. Suzuki representing the tying run at the plate. And that draws a 4-pitch walk, and they are loaded up for Weeks. Mike Butcher out to talk things over. Weeks a difficult guy to double up. However, you've got him from the right side of the plate now. As Jordan Walden takes the jacket off, he's going to start playing catch.
It'll take a little longer from the right side getting down the line. So if you get a ground ball, there is that chance. Get a double play, but at this point in the game, it's all about getting an out right here.
Number 19, second baseman Jamal Weeks.
So Sizemore standing at third base, Miller at second, Suzuki at first. Weeks at the plate, 0 for 3. A fly out, a strikeout, and a ground out. Swinging first pitch, lines on the left center field, a base hit. That'll bring home 1. Borges cuts it off. Miller stopped at third. It's 3-1 Angels. Jamal Weeks with his 36th run batted in.
Might just continue to have good at-bats against the Angel pitchers. And established the strike zone. The ball ran, got underneath. That was wanted to be a sinker away, but cut across the plate.
Biggest pitch for Scott Downs is really that 0-2 pitch. Pardon me, 1-2 pitch to Jay Miller right down the pipe. But Miller spun into center field for a base hit.
Yeah, especially when you saw he was swinging at pitches out of the strike zone.
Base is still loaded and still 1 out. Here's Coco Crisp. 1 for 3 game. Swinging first pitch, fouls it off to third base side. It's no balls and a strike. Three hits in the inning for Oakland here in the 8th. They had a total of 3 hits through 7. Casavolt giving up that leadoff base hit to Scott Sizemore, also on a 2-strike pitch. The 0-1. Hooked down a left field line and foul. A lot of comfortable swings for right-handed batters against Scott Downs. It's 0-2.
And what he's not doing with the fastball, he's not staying on top, and it's cutting it in the middle part of the plate, or even the breaking ball, flatter break to it. Only Foxmo will show exactly that. Flat break, you want that downward action on that slider for Scott Downs. Perfect time to do that right now to get a swing and miss.
Down and in.
It looked like a cross-up.
Yep.
Definitely was.
And again, it was almost a cross between a cut fastball and a slider.
And we talk about that a lot, about getting on top of the baseball. So when you're on top of the baseball, that fastball will run away from a right-handed batter. But when you cut across it or change the angle of your wrist, it's going to flatten out and cut across the plate, which becomes that much more hittable.
1-2. Chris lines one out toward right center field. Borges giving chase. He gets there, makes the catch for number 2. Miller will tag and score. And the Angels' lead is now down to 1. It's 3-2 Halos. Sac fly for Coco Crisp. And with Hideki Matsui coming up, Mike Scioscia's going out. Talk things over here. No move to the bullpen, which would seem odd, but I guess
second visit, he has to come out.
Got it. So Jordan Walden's going to come in and face Hideki Matsui. They 1-run lead.
Of the Angels and may not be reproduced or retransmitted in any form, and the accounts and descriptions of this game may not be disseminated without the express written consent of the Angels.
It was a 3-0 lead going into this top of the 8th inning. It's 3-2 as Jordan Walden comes on to face Hideki Matsui. Pitching in his 61st game, picked up his 32nd save last night. And Walden will face a left-hand hitting Matsui. You look at the numbers for Scott Downs versus Hideki Matsui in his career, and you can see why Mike Scioscia went to Walden. Matsui, a .480 hitter in his career, with a home run and 7 runs batted in off Scott Downs.
A lot of at-bats, obviously playing all those years in the same division when he was a member of the Yankees, and Scott was a member of the Jays.
Suzuki at second. Weeks at first. Matsui loops one out toward left field on the very first pitch, and Vernon Wells makes the catch. The inning comes to an end. Oakland gets on the board as we head to the bottom of the 8th. Angels out 3-2. See which one will become the newest hero that leads them into the Fall Classic. Legends are born in October, and our exclusive coverage of the ALCS begins October the 8th only on Fox. New pitcher on for the Oakland Athletics. It's Faustino De Los Santos.
And De Los Santos is a guy with a power fastball, Victor. 94 to 98 curveball, changeup.
34th game for De Los Santos, a 2-2 record, a 3.90 ERA. He's got a couple of new defensive players behind him. Adam Rosales takes over as shortstop as Sogard was pinch hit for. Chris Carter, who pinch hit for Brandon Allen, stays the game at first. And Kurt Suzuki, who pinch hit for Landon Powell, stays in the game. And he is behind the plate. Here in the 8th inning, the Halos will send up Hunter, Navarro, and Callaspo against De Los Santos. Brian Fuentes went 1 inning. Pitching that 7th, had a strikeout, everything else zeros.
Nice little insurance here for the Halos here. Get some base runners. And another run or two across to give a little breathing room.
First pitch outside, 1 ball, no strikes. Soria 1 for 3 game, had a double in the 3rd. The Angels with solo runs in the 1st, 3rd, and 6th innings. And of course, Oakland with 2 in the top of this 8th. As Torrey rolls over this one. And it's 1 ball, 1 strike.
That's the first run that Scott Downs has allowed at home this season. Pretty impressive when you think about it, what he has done for the club.
Breaking pitch down and away. It's 2 balls and 1 strike. De Los Santos 42 strikeouts in 32 and a third. Opponents hitting .215 against him. Just missed outside. It's 3-1. Efren Navarro on deck. Torrey swinging at what would have been ball 4. Instead, it's a full count.
It was a little too aggressive for Torrey on that fastball. He's hoping to get a fastball in the inner half, but made that commitment, but that fastball was off the corner.
Torrey backing out. Here's the 3-2. Upstairs, he walked him. Leadoff man is on board for the Angels. Brings up Efrain. His first plate appearance of the afternoon.
You wonder if Efrain's going to be asked to bunt here. De Los Santos, not an easy guy to bunt against. That fastball at 97, 98, upstairs in the strike zone. Very difficult to get down on the grass in the infield here.
0 for 2, still looking for his first major league hit. Showing bunt, puts it on the ground over third base. Sizemore bobbles it. Was thinking about going to second. The sacrifice works. The Story advances into scoring position.
And because it's a hard fastball was up, he might have had a play if he was able to field that cleanly. Sizemore decides to get the out at first base. Nice job by Navarro. Not, like I said, not easy to be able to bunt against De Los Santos with that fastball.
So Callaspo steps up with one out in the man in scoring position. Alberto, a 2-hit game. A couple of singles for him. He's also grounded out to first. Takes a strike on the inside corner as De Los Santos took something off.
De Los Santos with 9 wild pitches in 32 and 2/3 innings pitched. Has a tendency to overthrow the breaking ball.
Breaking pitch a little bit high. Evens the count at a ball and a strike. Halos today 2 for 5 with men in scoring position. 4 for 13 in the series. Down and away. 2-1. Big lead for Hunter at second, and Callaspo looks at a strike. It's 2-2. Vernon Wells on deck. Full count. Halos with 8 hits in this game. Harden giving up all 8 through his 6 innings. The 3-2. Outside, he walked him. Second walk of the inning for De Los Santos. Puts 2 on with 1 out. Look at Bob Melvin. Nobody loosening in the pen. And with Melvin jogging out there, that's more of a pep talk than anything else.
Yeah, conversation how to get back into his mechanics to start throwing some strikes, trusting his stuff.
Vernon, his last at bat in the 6th inning, did this to Rich Harden.
And that's what happens too when you try to guide and force a fastball through there. You're going to make a mistake, and Vernon crushed that ball out. 25th home run of the season for Vernon. Now you have a young pitcher struggling with command. Maybe the same situation where he aims a fastball. See if Vernon can get hot after that one swing he just had back in the 6th inning.
Hunter at second, Callaspo at first. 1 out here in the 8th. Fastball strike on the outside corner. Home run for Vernon. Make him 1 for 3 in this game. Vernon had been 0 for his previous 15 till that home run. Lifts this one in the air on the first base side and out of play. It's quickly 0-2. Torrey takes off, a swing and a miss. Down goes Wells for out number 2. So second and third now with 2 outs, however, for Peter Bourjos.
It is significant, though, when I pointed out earlier with De Los Santos with 9 wild pitches. So now you have a man on third. If he overthrows a pitch, you can get a gift run.
Corner infielders are in. Way outside, 1 ball, no strikes. Meiser Sturis has come out to the on-deck circle. He'll be batting in the catcher spot. It's Jeff Mathis. Oakland in the 9th inning has Willingham, Taylor, and Sizemore, the scheduled 3 guys. The 1-0. Off the plate, 2 balls and no strikes. There's a fastball that paints the outside corner, 2-1. Nineteen pitches thrown by De Los Santos here in the 8th. 10 balls and 9 strikes, 2 walks, 1 punch out. He's allowed a sacrifice bunt. That was to Efrain Navarro. 2-1. Bourjos loops it out towards shallow right field. Weeks going out. Coming on as Taylor can't make the play. 2 runs are in. And the Angels extend their lead to 5-2.
And how big is that stolen base by Torii Hunter? And Callaspo look now, that little flare into the outfield by Peter Bourjos. Running fastball, jams him. Bourjos able to fight that ball into the outfield for a flare. 2-run single.
RBIs 40 and 41 for Bourjos on the season. Second hit of the game. Here's Jeff Mathis. Pitch out, nothing's happening. 1 ball, no strikes. Mathis an 0-for-3 game. A pop-up in foul territory to the third baseman Sizemore and a couple of fly balls out to left field.
Base fielders have been successful against De Los Santos all 6 attempts.
Two huge runs here in the bottom of the 8th. Negating what Oakland did in the top of the inning. As Bourjos takes off the third out from Suzuki in time. Bourjos gunned down to end the 8th. We head to the 9th. Jordan Walden trying to finish off the 4-out save. The Angels on top 5-2. Halos trying to pick up a game on the Red Sox in the wild card. They would be a game and a half back with Boston and the Yankees playing another game tonight, their day-night doubleheader. Jordan Walden threw one pitch in the 8th inning of retired Hideki Matsui. And here in the 9th, to face Josh Willingham, Michael Taylor, and Scott Sizemore. The 3 guys from Bob Melvin and the Athletics will win today, and the Angels will be at 87-72 on the season. It'll be their 46th win at home. Jordan trying to close it out for Joel Pinheiro, who was stellar this afternoon. 6 1/3, 3 hits, 4 strikeouts, no walks, no runs. Willingham is 0 for 3. A strikeout, a fly ball to left, and a pop-up. First pitch fastball in for a strike.
A good pop on that fastball. Again, just trusting the movement. Start middle part of the plate. Challenge hitters here, especially with a little bit of a lead now.
A 1-ball, 1-strike count. Here's the 1-1 pitch. Willingham fouls it back. Trying to climb the ladder there. 2-2 now. Walden looking for his 33rd save of the year. Fouled back. Third reliever used by Mike Scioscia. Bobby Cazaval, 2/3 of an inning. 1 run, 1 hit. Scott Downs, 2/3 of an inning. 1 walk, 2 hits, and a run charged to Scott. Another 2-2. In and out of the glove of Jeff Mathis, a full count. Payoff pitch. This one's hit it high and deep to left center field. Borges and Wells back, and it's a solo home run for Willingham. It's 5-3 Angels. 28th home run of the season. 94th run batted in.
And how big of a hit was that by Peter Borges in the bottom of the 8th to score 2 runs to give Mike Scioscia and the crew a few extra runs to work with. Walden has to challenge Willingham here. You have to go after the 3-2, force him to swing the bat right down the heart of the plate. Walden knew it right away, especially in a day game here at the Big A. It's going to carry well.
Jordan gave up a run last night in the 9th inning. Gives one up here. 0-1 count on Taylor. Fouls it off to the right. It's no balls and 2 strikes. Swing and a miss on the slider. Down goes Taylor. There's out number 1.
Key when you work ahead of the count, you can expand the strike zone. That's what he was able to do against Taylor here. Nasty slider, a swing and miss.
Fastball bounce to the left side. Cayaspo can't get it. It's a seeing eyes single for Scott Sizemore, his 2nd hit. So it'll bring up the tying run and Chris Carter.
Number 22, first baseman Chris Carter.
Well, just a well-placed ground ball in between Callaspo and Ibar. Nothing you can do as a pitcher. You get the ground ball, but it just finds the outfield grass when it stops rolling.
Fastball looped into right center field, a base hit. So 2 on now with 1 out. And here comes Adam Rosales.
Number 7, shortstop Adam Rosales.
Three hits allowed by Walden here in the 9th. Isunori Takahashi starts to loosen. Rosales playing in his 22nd game in the big leagues this year with the A's, an .074 average, a couple of home runs, 8 runs batted in. Callaspo playing in with a bag at third. First pitch swinging, bounce it back to Walden. Feeds Ibar, throws it wildly into center field. 1 run is in. Everybody is safe, and it's a 5-4 game. What should have been a game-ending double play instead is an error on Jordan Walden, and a costly one.
And it looked like a little confusion for Walden and who was covering the base. That's what you do before the pitch is made. Plenty of time. Seeing Howie pointing over at Ibar, and he throws the ball and it sails.
Number 8, catcher Kurt Suzuki.
He's trying to guide it instead of your normal athletic throw.
First and third in a 1-run game now. Here's Kurt Suzuki. Rosales now 0 for his last 32. Reaching on the fielder's choice. Just throw to the base. Fastball to strike on the outside corner. Oh, 1 pitch. Suzuki is swinging a miss, 0-2. Suzuki saw 4 pitches in his 8th inning plate appearance, drew a walk against Scott Downs. Pinch hitting for Landon Powell. Susceptible to the double play ball. 14 times this year he's hit into 1. You've got the top of the order, Jemile Weeks on deck. Weeks would be hitting from the left side. Walden's only thrown 16 pitches, 13 strikes, but 3 hits allowed and 1 costly error, making this a 1-run game all of a sudden. Here's the 0-2. Fastball high, 1 ball, 2 strikes. Chris Carter standing at third base. Adam Rosales over at first. Outfield shading Suzuki the opposite way. Borges toward the alley at right center. Torrey toward the line. Wells straight up and left. One-two pitch. He punches this one into right field. That is a base hit. This game is tied as Rosales heads to third. Suzuki on his way to second. It's an RBI double. We're knotted up at 5.
Number 19, second baseman, Tom Weeks.
Boy, a fastball. Suzuki just tried to flip it into the outfield.
Intentional walk coming here to Weeks. It'll load him up for Coco Crisp. There's ball 3. And now they are officially loaded up. That's going to be it for Jordan Walden. We've got ourselves a pitching change. Hishinori Takahashi will come on here in the top of the 9th inning. Oakland with 3 runs already in to tie things up. They've got the bases loaded with 1 out. We're tied at 5. With the bases loaded and just 1 out. Talk takes over for Jordan Walden, who threw just 2/3 of an inning. Led off this 9th inning, giving up that home run to Willingham. Got the strikeout of Taylor. And had a Taylor-made double play ball hit right back to him that would have ended this game. Instead, it was an error charge of Walden that kept the inning alive. And Suzuki doubled home the tying run.
Boy, just plant your feet and make that throw to the base. The infielder's responsibility to be there, and Ibar was at the base.
Coco Crisp, the batter. 1 for 3. Had a sac fly in the 8th inning. The Angels twice blowing 3-run leads in the 8th and 9th. Swinging and lining one out toward right center field, and that's going to be deep enough to score Rosales. And Oakland is on top 6-5.
Number 55, designated hitter Hideki Matsui.
So Matsui, the 9th man to bat in the inning, will step up now with 2 outs and runners at first and second. That run charged to Walden. Still responsible for the other 2 guys on board. Andrew Bailey loosening in a hurry now. Halos in the 9th will have 9, 1, and 2. Pinch hitter Ibar and Kendrick, you would assume. Fastball high, 1 ball, no strikes. One 0 pitch. Matsui hits one in the air toward right. Hit well. Going back on it is Torrey. Still going back. Will make the catch. Damage done. 4 runs for Oakland here at the top of the inning. The Angels with their work cut out, trying to pick up a game. Trail at 6-5. Bailey takes over on the mound. The A's closer. They face Meiser Asturis, Eric Ibar, and Howie Kendrick. A loss by the Angels, and they would be at 2.5 back with 3 to play. Boston has 4 to play. They got game tonight. But it makes it that much more difficult to even consider the wild card, especially with the Rays.
Yeah, that's the thing.
Winning today.
The Rays would be 2 games ahead. It'd be also. Bailey's a guy with a very, very good fastball, 92-96. Curveball, that's his out pitch. Slider and a changeup.
Bailey pitched in the opening game of the series on Friday night, notching his 22nd save. Had a 1-2-3 9th inning in that one. Meiser hitting .278 on the year, 5 home runs and 38 runs batted in. Showing bunt takes a strike. Asturis as a pinch hitter this year, 1 for 13. Batting in the 9th spot of the order, pinch hitting for Jeff Mathis. The 0-1 fouls it off, and it's no balls and 2 strikes. The 1-2 count. Bailey's 1-2 on the way. Asturis pops it up. Rosales drifting out into left field. 1 out. Back to the top of the order now, Eric Aybar. Breaking ball is in for strike 1. Aybar 0 for 4 game as he swings through the high fastball, and it's 0-2. Ball on 2 strikes. One, two. Aybar chops it on the ground towards second. Weeks has it. 2 outs. Halos down to the last out here in the 9th. Howie Kendrick coming up. Oh, and 1. Howie a 1 for 4 game as he lifts this one down the right field line, giving chase, and that is a foul ball. The tails just to the right of the foul line. One ball, 2 strikes. Here's the 1-2. Outside, breaking ball. 2 balls, 2 strikes. Bobby Abreu on deck.
And just give Bobby an opportunity to swing the bat. He's been hitting the ball well the last couple games.
Two. He's got a piece of it, keeps the at-bat alive. Oakland scoring twice in the 8th to draw within 1. The Angels got those 2 runs back in the bottom of the 8th inning to take a 5-2 lead. But 4-run 9th for Oakland against Jordan Walden. 2-2. Howie fouls it off to the right. Bailey's 2-2. Now he takes upstairs, a full count. Payoff pitch. Shot foul down the right field line. Bailey going with the breaking pitch there. Howie's seen 7 pitches in this plate appearance. Trying to get on board somehow. The 3-2, and he walked it.
Real good at bat by Howie. Just all you want is that opportunity to get the veteran up there, and Bobby Abreu, who back in the third inning, hit a home run. Well, he got that fastball. That's what he's going to look for. Something on the inner half of the plate to do that type of damage.
Multi-hit game for Abreu today. 2 for 4. 2 runs batted in. Had a 2 for 4 game yesterday. Tying run standing at first base. The winning run at the plate. Breaking ball, first pitch is in for a strike. Quick throw to first. Bailey's 0-1 pitch. Popped up. Jamal Weeks is out to shallow right center field. And the Angels drop a heartbreaker. 6-5 at the hands of the Oakland Athletics. And while still mathematically involved, a dagger in the heart of Angels faithful.
Well, you have a 3-run lead in the 8th. You have a 3-run lead in the 9th. And it gets away. Oakland, to their credit, never gave in. He's kept battling away, but a play that Jordan Walden is going to make every single time. Throws the ball away at second base, but there was a lot of positives as far as early part of the game. Pinheiro threw the ball excellent, but a game that just could not get away from him did so.
De Los Santos, who gave us the 2 runs in the bottom of the 8th inning, picks up the win. Walden takes a loss, and Bailey the save. A's win it 6-5. Stick around. Angels Live with Michael Leaves, Jose Mota, and Mark Kubica is coming up next.